So I wanted to start off with some creepy stories.
Creepy stories.
If you don't mind a bit of there's going to be a spooky one, kids. So buckle in.
PG only.
So I was reading a thread on Reddit about a week ago.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting, so I thought I'd share basically. So first story is, I'll try and read it I'll just read it word for word, shall I?
Yeah.
This is about a pair of twins called June and Jennifer Gibbons.
Oh.
The twin sisters were inseparable and had speech impediments that made it difficult for people outside of their family to understand them. As a result, they mixed very little with other children and were ostracized at school. This proved traumatic for the twins, eventually causing their school administrations to dismiss them early each day so they would avoid bullying. Their language became even more idiosyncratic at this time. Soon it was unintelligible to others. The girls had a long agreement that if one died, the other must begin to speak and live a normal life. During their stay in the hospital, they began to believe that it was necessary for one twin to die, and after much discussion, Jennifer agreed to be the sacrifice. In March 1993, the twins were transferred from Broadmoor to the more open Caswell Clinic in Bridgend, Wales. On arrival, Jennifer could not be roused. She was taken to the hospital where she died soon of acute myocarditis, which is a sudden inflammation of the heart. There was no evidence of drugs or poison in her system, and her death remains a mystery. On a visit a few days later, Wallace recounted that June was in a strange mood. She said, "I'm free at last, liberated, and at last Jennifer has given up her life for me."
Well done.
That's pretty fucked up. So when I first read it, it said inseparable, and I thought they were like, conjoined twins. It's probably not a real word, but you know what I mean. Like, I thought they were attached to each other.
Yeah.
But I think it just meant they're close, basically. Like awkward twins who one decided to kill themselves or be killed or something for some weird reason.
That's really strange, yeah.
It doesn't say how old they are, but yeah, that's pretty fucking weird. You can picture them in your head.
Yeah.
But nice creepy story for the day there.
It's nice. It's Disney.
Yeah. This is a short one. I've got another one. So, during World War II, there was a German auxiliary cruiser called Thor that was sunk by the British SS Britannia. There was 11 survivors who latched onto a small raft, and reportedly one of them was dragged into the depth of the ocean by a giant squid. Oh.
Nice.
That's pretty. Oh, you can just imagine it, like kind of fading away. Moving on.
PG.
Have you ever seen Life of Pi, William?
I haven't. No.
This won't be that interesting though, so I won't bother with that one. See what else I can find. Okay, yeah. Have you heard the name Rasputin?
It rings a bell.
Well, I think I've been there where there's a myth that his penis is in a jar in some kind of Russian museum. So I think I've been in that building or near it when I went to Russia, but they've debunked it. Apparently, they've tested it for DNA, and it's actually a horse's penis. But everyone used to think for hundreds of years or whatever, maybe not hundreds of years, but yeah. So I read you the story of Grigory Rasputin and the circumstances of his death. I might have told you about this one, but it goes roughly like this. Rasputin was a very large man, standing 6'4", and was sort of an advisor to the royal Romanov family of Russia. He repeatedly healed their fragile hemophiliac son, or so it is reported. He never really belonged to any specific sect per se, but was said to be a holy man. Many rumored him to be an agent of the devil or some possessed being. Pictures of the dude are very creepy. Anyway, among political strife and rumours that Rasputin was seeking more power, he was ordered to be killed. He was given a nice meal, laced with enough poison to kill several men. After a while, with no reaction, they promptly shot him in the back. Rasputin fell, but regained his strength and attacked his assailants. He was shot again in the head and beaten vigorously. They then wrapped him up and threw him in the Niva River. Later it was discovered that Rasputin had attempted to claw out of the ice and finally drowned. This guy, rumoured to have supernatural powers along being very large and creepy, survived thorough poisoning, shots to the back and head, beaten and thrown in the river, and finally drowned under the ice. It's pretty much a fucking tank.
Hello, Superman.
Yeah. Apparently, though, there's a few people like questioning it.
I'll question it too. Like, just doesn't seem plausible.
Like he was, I don't know, like he was shot in a certain place, or I can't remember now. I'm trying to find it. But yeah, that's a nice story, isn't it?
Yeah, I find that one a bit more made up per se. Something you'd just watch off like a cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I imagine it. Like I imagine, like the fact they all carried him outside when he was, he's got at least two bullet holes in him, one in his fucking head, and you kind of think, well, that's got to come out your face, but at the same time, it was going in one end.
Yeah, it has to come out the other.
Yeah, and like, the only way that couldn't have killed him if they shot like the side of his face off or something. But you kind of imagine I can't imagine like a castle and then a drawbridge like coming down, and they're like the lake is literally like 10 steps out of the house, and somehow he's sort of crawling out of it. I don't know. It's quite when you animate it in your head, it's quite abstract and like. Yeah, it does seem fake because obviously that's why it's so unbelievable. But anyway, that's supposed to be a thing. There's another one here. There's about a guy who was on. There's a guy who was on the dating game, which was like Blind Date.
Yeah.
There's a guy who was on that who turned out to be a serial killer.
Oh.
Yeah, you can watch a YouTube clip of it. But that's pretty interesting. I don't know if he actually won the date as well, I think. Yeah. He's obviously a very, very loving serial killer. Like, well, gotta pay the bills.
Yeah. It's like, it's a hobby.
Yeah, what can I say? And this is a real story as well. A man there's a website. Let me just find the exact thing. I don't want to get it wrong. Here we go. The case of a German man seeking to eat another man. He put up a request on a website called Cannibal Cafe.
Well, I believe this story was spoofed by the IT crowd.
Is it? Oh, is that why you're familiar with it just because of that?
I'm familiar with it, yeah, just purely because of that. But
yeah, they actually made a film out of it called Cannibal, made in 2006. After reviewing some posts, he chose his right meal. The incident has been made into a movie, yeah, and also Rammstein made a song about it called Mein Teal. Apparently, I don't know if it's this story, but there's one story where two people met up and they agreed to eat one person, and the man chopped off his penis, and then the other guy cooked it, and they both ate it together before the other guy bled out and died.
No, that is very bizarre.
Yeah, this was an interesting read. This
well, I've just got the IT crowd out.
Yeah.
And on the back of it, it does go, and a run-in with a German cannibal. That's what it says, because obviously I don't have the freaking like what like plot of it. But I believe that is what it was.
Mm. Here's one. So, creepiest and most disturbing thing is the severed dog head that was kept alive by a machine in the 1920s. Sergei Brukhonenko kept the head of a dog alive with a primitive heart-lung machine. The research learned from this experiment led to the development of the first heart and lung machines, which are now used regularly for all types of cardiac and great vessel surgeries. I think I've seen. I think when I was growing up and you were getting into, let's say, you were getting into more niche websites where you weren't going to YouTube anymore. You'd be going to like, you'd venture past that anywhere basically.
Yeah.
I think I actually saw that, and he kept a dog alive. Like it looked like. Have you ever seen one of those brain? I can't remember what they're called. They're called something scanners. They're not brain scanners, but you lay down, and then they're like a massive
Well, like a
thing
massive
goes over your whole
like a polo.
pod. Polo, yeah, polo. That's a good way to look at it. Like it's Star Trek, like you're going in a sleeping pod or some shit. It looked like he was attached to one of them, like, and then there's this massive machine behind him. I think if I just an image I got in my head where I can't remember.
I believe they're called CT scans, but the same.
I think that's it. Yeah, CT scans. Well done.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Wow, this is fucked up. Two kids began filming themselves murdering people, so because they plan to sell the videos for profit. This is how the famous video "Three Guys, One Hammer" came to be. Holy shit! I haven't seen that video, but I don't know if it rings a bell. But yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I want to move on to something a bit more cheerful, which is torture devices.
Oh, always good thing names. Yep. Yeah.
Well, turn up the tone a bit, William. Yeah. So I've looked at a few resources and I've picked out 5 really good ones.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess I'll loosely rate them myself.
Loosely
in
rate
a
'em,
5.
okay.
Okay, so number 5.
Oh, we're going 5 upwards.
Yeah. Oh no, 5 is the worst. Number
Yeah,
1
that's
is
what I
the
mean,
best.
5 upwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Start with the shittest one. The shittest.
Right, so the
Tor-
shittest of the best torture devices. Okay, go.
Yeah, just grab a drink. So, I'm gonna say out of the 5 I've got here, rat torture. So, William hasn't seen Game of Thrones, have you, bro?
I haven't. No.
Well, there's a scene in Game of Thrones where they're what do you call it? They're interrogating. A couple of people are interrogating some like slaves, basically. And what they do is they strap you to a chair, and then they get a bucket with a belt on it. They put the bucket against your chest, and then they lift your shirt up before they put the bucket on your chest, so that it's your skin. And then they tie it around you, so the bucket's sort of flat against your chest. And they put a rat inside of it.
Okay.
And then they heat up the bottom of the bucket, so the rat runs away. The rat tries to escape from the heat by eating its way through you.
Ah.
That is what rat torture is.
See, I don't know from Game of Thrones because I haven't seen it,
Yeah.
but it is in Too Fast, Too Furious.
Is it really?
It is, yes.
Oh, that's good. Now it's in 2 places, so we can reference. It's probably quite a popular one then. It's probably quite a famous one.
Yeah, it's gotta be a good one. Gotta be a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, that's a nice one. So, next I'm gonna go with, I think, Brazen Bull.
Okay.
This is, it sounds like it's to do with a bull, but it's not. It's, someone they built a room that only has one hole in it. And this hole lets in steam from a fire below it. And they lock someone in the room and they just roast them alive, basically. And apparently, the guy who made it was tested. Basically, like to prove it worked, they roasted him alive.
Oh.
Which is a bit fair. It's quite fair.
It's like, yeah, if you're gonna make a touch device, you gotta die by it.
Yeah, he died.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. Yeah, why not?
The next one is sawing, which is pretty straightforward. Saw, they got a massive saw and they'd chop you in half. But the catch is, they'd hang you upside down and start your bollocks. Yeah. And you know why
I'm
they
guessing
did
it's
that?
like, is it like one of those old-fashioned, you know,
Two
man
man-
saws that you use on trees? Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, you know us. And
Oh,
like,
you know, there's something you're there, ring up your friend, like, hey mate, I feel like killing someone. Do you want to use a saw? Oh yeah.
well, these are all punishments. You know, they're not like. I don't think people would.
Just
You know,
ring
it's
up
not
and
like
kill
a bit bored, mate. I'll go catch myself a slave. So they did that. They hung you upside down so you'd survive longer because the blood would stay in your brain. So there's a bit of tactics to it, not only just a pure
I like a
agony.
torture device that makes you actually feel the torture. Doesn't get done with quickly.
Yeah, that's why it's number 3 on my top 5 plays.
But if that's number 3, I'm fucking freaking out already.
Number 2 is called Judas Cradle, and this is quite an original.
That sounds painful.
Oh, it does actually. It kind of makes me. I don't know what. Do you want to speculate, William? Speculate like a body part is to do with.
I'm gonna it's probably something to do with your butt.
That is a very good guess because you are correct.
But other than that,
yeah.
I don't know. It's probably something on it.
It's so original. I'll read you the exact thing.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
I've just had some chocolates. Please.
This is the first sentence, by the way, and I don't agree with this. This is the first sentence. This may not be quite as bloody and violent as impalement. I'm going to go ahead and say it's fucking way worse than impalement. Impalement, everyone gets impaled. You watch fucking any fucking...
Took an arrow to my knee.
Yeah, arrow to the knee, a bit of sword in the gut, I'd go that way. Everyone else has. It's a kind of a testament to see how fucking much pain you can take. But this is
You come back
unique.
off the battlefield and be like, I've got scars, mate. That's victory.
You die in one way, really. You you kind of bleed out. But this, you can die in quite a few ways. So, let me start from the start. I just wanted to make it out. You might agree with me in a minute. This may not be quite as bloody and violent as impalement, but it gets major points for originality and the all-round agony factor. The anus or vagina of the unfortunate victim was put over the point of a cradle. Now what this is like a massive arrow. Imagine like an arrow the size of the chair you're sitting on right now. Basically just an arrow. So you sat on the point of it. And you're strapped in above. And the person was lowered onto it with ropes. The idea here is to slowly stretch the orifice over hours or days. Victim usually had on no clothes, and sometimes for extra fun they would put some weights on their ankles. For extra cruelty, the cradle wasn't washed. That way the victim could catch a really terrible infection.
My personal favourite bit of that little description there was like, oh, just for a bit more fun.
Yeah. Oh my god. That is just so bad. I think that might be number 1, but you listen to number 1, William. It's called Scathing, and this one's from memory, so I might get this completely wrong, but here we go.
That does sound fucking vile, just the sound of it.
Yeah. So, man, these people are fucking creative. Oh my god. So, I'm just trying to start again. So, they'd feed the victim with like honey and milk. So much honey and milk until they started having diarrhea and vomiting. They'd strap them to like a rowboat. Imagine being strapped to a rowboat and then pushed onto a lake. So you're laying, you're just drifting very slowly, and you're vomiting and giving diarrhea. Then they'd wait for insects to come along, start breeding and, eating you, and like giving birth in your, vomit and sick because it's honey and milk. It attracts them, and it takes you around 17 days to die of infection. Because you wouldn't really starve because, you kind of overfed yourself anyway. Yeah, that's... The fact that, like, you could be able to feel insects is the one that gets me, but in a way being ripped apart by your arsehole is also just as bad. I don't know.
I'm probably gonna have to go with flipping those two over. Yeah, I'd rather just feel insects in and around me than have my arse just torn like no one's business.
Either way, I just pray there's a way to, like, I wonder if anyone has actually escaped one of them things. I'm sure someone always stands by and watches, because that's probably the point of it, to see the pain and, oh my god.
I see a bit of suffering.
Man, these bastards are creative. Sometimes I wonder if I was born in the right time period, in the right, movement. But now I know I couldn't dig that.
No, now you're like fucking happy that, yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't born in such.
I got a question for you, William.
Yeah.
If you were reincarnated.
This is such a.
Yeah, what profession would you like to be in another life? I'm gonna say, yeah, what would you like to be? I planned on maybe saying what do you think you would be, but that's totally irrelevant. That doesn't make sense because you would be that. So what would you like to be?
What would I like to be?
Let's say in this life you've obviously chosen chef profession so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've still got quite a lot of my life now. If I wanted to be something, I could just change, but
yeah,
not to be a douche around the question.
Yeah. Don't beat around the douche.
I'm trying to think this in a, like, I don't know.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
So,
time to think about this.
I was watching this show called Band of Brothers, which is an typical. You've seen Saving Private Ryan, haven't you?
I can't say I've finished watching it.
But you know what it's about. But this is basically like a 10-hour version of that. Okay. Because it's episodic, and I was like, for some reason when I was watching it, I think the actors are just so good that, because it's kind of about, they've got the most harshest company in the world, in the whole army, like their captain just like tortures them. He takes away their privileges constantly, makes them walk up mountains for like the tiniest things.
I was gonna say, by torture, do you mean like nice tortures or tortures you've just been on about?
Yeah, he gives them the brazen bull. He does a bit of scafing. No, you know what I mean. He just like deprives them of everything, and like someone had a can of peaches in their in their cupboard, and he just like kicked them out of the army or something like that. It was some ridiculous shit, but yeah, it kind of like I saw them all like working hard, and for that moment I was like, man, in another life I could fucking turn myself into some warrior. Like these people fucking like, you think about like the discipline and shit, and I was like, I think I could be that. But now when I look back, I was dreaming, mate. I'm not that type of person. I was just like drawn in by the acting, which is a good thing.
Which means they've done their job well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then recently I've been trying to get some artwork done for my music, for my album and stuff, and there we go. Bit of a shameless plug there. Won't really get into that, but I got all these artists sending me their portfolios, and I'm like, now I want to fucking do art. Like, I wish I was this fucking good. These people are fucking geniuses. Like, I'd pay, I'd see this just as good as anything I've ever seen. And these are like unrecognized talents, basically. Who are messaging me for £100, So I was like, man, I wish I could do this, but maybe I'm just inspired by everything at the minute. And,
It's a
I
good way
don't
to
know.
look
I
at it,
feel like
yeah.
there's no answer to that question. You know.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that one. Like often, personally, like yeah, watching a TV show or watching a movie, you do feel something like speaks out to you a bit more. I feel when you're watching something, it's like I could do that. If I put my mind to it, I could slightly be like that.
That brings me to like acting, like like the Game of Thrones is like it's what it's getting really popular for, and I've been watching like press conferences of the actors and stuff like that, and I was like, man, acting is the shit as well. Everything's amazing. I think I'm just inspired by the level of their work, not the work itself. Because if I saw a shit actor or a shit drawer, and I'll be like, that's not fucking good. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I don't know. I couldn't answer that question. I'd want to be everything. I don't know.
Just being very vague with your answer, though.
Yeah, like I do want to I would like to put a definition on it because that's the point. I don't know what stands out though, apart from all them. Yeah.
That's yeah, fair enough. That's a good point, I suppose.
Yeah. What about athlete? Does that appeal to you?
See, I always assumed sports were more hobby related rather than professions. I know that sounds really bad. I'm not dissing any
Yeah.
fucking footballer or basketball player or whatever, because they are. You've got to train for hours and hours to do shit that they do. Some of them don't deserve the credit or pay they get, but personally, I see it. It's it's more of an enjoyment, a hobby rather than. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a footballer.
Maybe.
So, no,
Because it's something that everyone does.
Like
But
pick a career. That's a game.
yeah.
That may be just my harsh, blunt opinion about that, but if we don't have opinions, what are we?
That's the only things that make us different, mate.
Right. Oh, fair enough then.
Yeah. I don't know because I had something really good to say, but I fucking forgot.
You fucking forgot it.
Yeah. We got anything else to talk about today, with you?
Anything else to talk about? I would say I don't even know.
Have you got any stories at work? Any customers? Any people at work like fucking up? Any
Like I said, I said to you today, I've kind of been staying out of the drama scene personally. And,
Yeah.
I feel like taking a back seat. I say I'm sick of the drama, but somehow drama seems to love me at work. I know that's probably just the polite way of saying you're a contradicting little prick. You fucking love drama. What you doing? But I thought I'd sit back and watch some drama unfold and shit. But there's a bit of bitching going on. There's a bit of people quitting going on.
Really?
Yeah, and I went into town the other day and I saw a person that was working there, still is working there, and he told me a little story about how he rode his bike into a wall, and I couldn't believe it.
Is that why he quit?
No, he didn't quit. Right, he was on. maternity holiday, which I don't get how a guy gets that, but
I don't understand that, but I'm sure
but
we'll get. Mm.
anyway, I'm sure some people understand that, but I guess to be with your wife, your missus, your partner, your one night stand when it happens.
Yeah, and
But
then she
that's
got arrested and put in jail. Yeah.
but that's gonna like happen. That's gonna take 2 weeks, surely. But again, I don't know. I'm not in that predicament. Anyway, so he was about to come back from it, and apparently he was celebrating that his wife just gave birth to a daughter. So on the way home, he rides his bike into a wall, and apparently fucks up his knee, fucks up his face. He's got another week off because he had to go to hospital for the night.
What?
But he told me he kind of wanted. He told me in town that he rang up to say what happened, and he told a specific manager. But he told me this manager. He told so I didn't trust this manager, so I made sure I rang another one. I was like, oh, don't get. I don't want to know who you don't trust and who you do trust. And it's just like, I just
Yeah. So you actually stood out drama then?
I stuck out a drama at that specific point, and it felt great because I don't I don't want to be one of those people that people can't come to me and tell me like, oh, this is bothering them or this
Mm.
is irritating me. But I don't want to know if you're coming up to me just to bitch about something.
I think the worst way to get into drama is keep asking questions like, "Oh, who?" You know, trying to find out what happened and.
So yeah, it's that kind of it just kind of opens a big topic. Drama in the whole. I fucking hate drama.
I fucking love drama. And you know what my favourite kind of drama is? When people quit. Not when people get fired, because that's kind of boring, because sometimes you see it coming, other times it is quite good, but it's not as good as quitting. Because two ways to leave a job, one's leaving and one's quitting, and quitting sounds more sudden, you know? If you go, I quit, it's not like I leave. Quitting is like something, it's a reaction to something. If I ever, I can't recall a situation, but if I saw that, that'd be epic as shit. Even if I feel like I'm the one who's gonna fucking do that one day. Me and William always discuss this. We're like, mate, William, I'm gonna break. William, I'm gonna break. William, hold my hand. This week, man, I nearly did it. I nearly just went in there. I nearly went in that office. I nearly slammed that contract. We have to carry around a contract with us. That's a lie, by the way, but that would be kind of funny. And slammed it on the table, and I'm like, Joanna, Samantha, whatever your name is, I'm slamming this contract as Leroy. I'm slamming this a black guy called Leroy with dreadlocks. Like, yo, what you want? I'm slamming this contract as a symbol that I'm quitting. He's like, so you're leaving then? I'm like, no, I'm quitting. This is me quitting. And he's like, so you'll be leaving then?
No,
I'm quitting. I'm making a grand. He goes, can you tell me why? And you'll just be like, I don't like the roast potatoes in the canteen. I don't even know what I was saying anymore, but yeah, I love drama. I do, especially because I'm not connected with enough people on Facebook. I don't get enough to satisfy me, you know.
oh, e-drama's even worse than real life drama. Don't get me started on that e-drama.
I've never seen it. I can't really recall situations because in Facebook you don't connect with people you don't like, so it seems pretty straightforward. But there is a bit. It's mostly off of Facebook. I've heard about it on Skype. You know, I'm sure you have a lot of experience with that, don't you, William?
I've had many heated arguments and discussions on Skype. Again, like I said, I really hate drama, but sometimes you're forced to go in it, and if I'm going to go in drama, I'm going to go in hard, and I'm going to tell you what's what. And
do you lube up though, William?
What?
Do you lube up?
I lube up, I go in hard, I don't even wear a condom, I'm going in dry.
Oh.
Fucking
my bumhole just clenched itself.
Bareback, Judas cradle, going in.
That's a new game type, that.
If you want to rape someone, do it well.
Is it? Can you share a drama that you've had in the past that won't affect any of your current relations with any of your associates, or is there any you can think of that or all of them would affect your current? I don't know.
Um,
To anyone who might hear this, it might affect them, or not saying any names. No, I won't say any fucking names.
I ain't gonna mention the one name I think you're digging at.
No, I'm not really digging at a name, really.
But
I was joking.
I will raise up a Pacific drama.
Pacific. I love how you say Pacific.
My God, you always pick this on me. I have speech problems.
It begins with a P.
Pacific.
Yeah, but specific begins with a C.
Specific. Specific.
You think because you said Cific, you think that means you don't have to say an S-sounding letter ever again for the rest of that word, even though it's before
This
that part.
particular.
No, say the fucking word. Specific. I love you get a different part of the word right now. You say specifics.
Like, specific. Like, specific. Yeah.
Right, with a kicking K.
Specific.
Right, get on the fucking. No, don't call out anyone's name, William.
I ain't gonna call out names now.
Unless there's someone who definitely won't listen to this. That's what I meant.
Right, okay, fine. No names mentioned. Let's keep this on the DL. Down low.
From the DP.
Oh, DP.
But
But there was this case where I was playing this game and this friend who became a bit. She started freaking me out a little bit, and her son played the game, and she was just a bit crazy, a little bit. I don't really know. I think she just spent a lot of the time in her house cleaning her house too much. I don't know, but as I say, there was many arguments raised, not only with her, but with her kid, who some reason hated me. I get that, like, I hate me sometimes, but you don't need to tell me that, shut the fuck up. But yeah, and since this, well, it's been a while, but I haven't contacted her in a long time, but she was one weird duck.
that is a great story right there.
That's all I'm saying, keeping everything anonymous.
Leave a comment, leave a comment, say, want to know more about her. Did you say her name?
I didn't say the name.
Well, it probably doesn't even matter, but don't just won't say it, but say, I want to know, did you say her age?
I didn't say the age.
Just say, I want to know more about this mystery mum. Mystery MILF.
I wouldn't say she's a MILF.
Just say MILF, yeah, put MILF in the comments.
But she is a
Just put MILF in the comments. William will get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm moving on.
Bro, this is a perfect story I've just found. I'm just surfing Reddit, and it's a perfect story. It ties into one of my topics and yours. It's about quitting your job, and it's about someone quitting their cooking job.
Oh.
So this is a real story just from someone on Reddit. I just read the first half of it, so the second half might be a surprise. But one of my cooks calmly walked to the ice machine in the middle of the shift. I didn't think much of it. He came back with a bucket of ice and dumped it in the fryers. The entire kitchen went dead silent for what seemed like forever. Then, all of a sudden, the low boiling noise started. Within seconds, the fryers are throwing boiling oil all over the place. About 30 seconds later, they catch on fire. The fire suppression system goes off. It sprays a 6-inch layer of foam everywhere. The guy walked to the microphone in the kitchen and calmly says, "Fuck all of you, I'm out." That is a badass. That is what I'm talking about. I swear I didn't build that up. That was a perfect climax.
See,
Not
you see it
what-
as a, oh yeah, he's a badass and shit. I'm like,
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
but you
Carry
gotta
on.
think about the implications. He's going to ring up for another job somewhere. He's gonna ask a freaking, a reference from his last place. So, how was Mr. Blah blah blah? Well, he fucking wrecked the kitchen. He almost killed us all. Enough said.
That's a good point, and I didn't think you were gonna say that. I thought when you said the implications, I thought someone's got to fucking clean that up. That's what I thought you were gonna say,
Mate,
because you work in a kitchen and you would have
from,
to clean
from
it
what
up.
I've got told about fire safety systems in the kitchen, we use an Ansel. I don't know if you know
No.
what that is,
No,
but apparently
explain.
it sprays like a foamy, shaving foam.
Yeah.
It's like that, but apparently it pretty much covers our entire kitchen. And according to Adam, my head chef, apparently it's gone off once since he's been there, and it took 2 days of non-stop cleaning to get rid of it.
Hmm.
Like, so I feel sorry for the kitchen, but then if you've really pushed a guy to that extremes, you probably deserve it.
Yeah. No. Well, actually, it was kind of like it is kind of a what do you call what's the word for it?
Pacific.
Fuck, why can't I not think of the word for... No, William, don't fucking put your vocabulary in my fucking head. Do you know what word I always say wrong? Right. I always say the word heard wrong. Heard? Is it heard? I always say heard.
I heard you say something.
Yeah, I heard it through the grapevine. I heard. I didn't think that doesn't sound right to me. It's heard.
No,
It's heard, apparently.
heard's not right.
I always say heard.
Heard.
I would say, oh, I heard it, or I say
I'll
heard
tell you
it.
one thing I can't say, and that's jumping again. But knives and forks. What are they? Starts with-
Cutlery.
yeah, I can't say that word.
Cutlery.
Cutlery. Cutlery.
You can say it, cutlery.
Cutlery.
Cutlery. I think because British people don't pronounce their T's properly.
Cutlery.
It's like
Cutlery.
it's like what do we say? Britain. We say Britain, don't we? Britain.
Britain. But
Britain.
it's just like how some people say Nottingham as well.
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
Yeah, I don't even put my teeth together.
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
It's like
But it should
munching
be
on some chewing gum. Nottingham. Yeah.
Nottingham. Yeah, apparently
From
this guy, by the
Birmingham.
way, they
Birmingham.
had to shut down the restaurant for 2 days. This is the word I was looking for. Careless. It's a bit like, because you're putting people in danger.
Well,
They have to
it's not only affecting you can quit, yeah, go for it. But you've just affected probably about 9 people's jobs, at least.
Yeah, let me finish. So he had to shut down for 2 days. The restaurant. He had to clean up the mess, and he was arrested and sued. So he got his fucking bacon slapped on him, man.
Karma. Done.
There's that one guy quit his job. He was working at a movie theatre. He just kept letting popping popcorn pop. It was overflowing to the ground. He didn't even look away until the manager said, "You're fired."
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Do you know how I heard about once? I wish I knew the stats, but I heard how cheap popcorn is. It is fucking the biggest scam ever. It's like printer ink. You know how fucking expensive that shit is? It's like 8,000. It's like £4,000 a gallon.
Yeah.
Whereas popcorn kernels, they're like something ridiculous. It's like a 374,000% profit or something. 300. I can't remember it. It's like 374 times better. Something ridiculous. I don't know why that number sticks in my head, but yeah.
Well, not to name the company I
William.
work for.
Yeah, William knows not about business in industry exploits, don't you, William? Share some.
There's a few that I do know.
Yeah.
right? Legally, well, it's not legally, but the company I work for pretty much require an up mark of at least, I think, 65% on everything they sell. But
Yeah.
so the first one I want to tell you is about a curry we sell. Right? We sell the curry on not only the kids menu, we sell it on the adults menu. Same size. This is really what winds me up. Right, same size
Oh my
portions,
god.
and the adult pays double the price.
Is there anything different?
The
Like
only
a
thing
bit of
different
bread?
is a piece of naan bread, right? And this naan bread you can buy it as an extra for the kids meal, and it still won't add up to freaking like
Prices.
60% of the adult meal. So it's cheaper to buy the kids meal and the naan bread than get the adults meal.
Man.
Which makes me crazy to think if we're getting 60% or 65% profit on the kids meal, how much profit are we freaking making on the adults one when we sell that?
I got a question, right? Are your waiters trained? If that question ever came up, say if someone was a regular and they just noticed it, what if they said, "Oh, what's the difference between your kids' curry and your adult curry?"
Most of them would come into the kitchen and ask us.
And I think you'd have to make up some bullshit. Because,
I'll be honest.
I mean, that wouldn't be your job.
I try when they come in to ask questions like that. I try to find an excuse to leave the kitchen. It's like, oh, I need something from the fridge. I'll be back in 2.
It's like a half a second job just to reply to a question. But you went out of your way to look for it. I imagine the kitchen's like really long as well, so it's a long walk. You're like, I can't hear you. I mean, I'll be right back. I have to go all the way over here.
It's like, yeah. Or I kind of wait and be like, I'll have to ask my head chef, or I have to ask this, even though I do know the answer and it's fuck all.
Yeah, because that can't be said back to the customer.
Yeah,
And even the bread is pretty despicable because anyone can do like that basic maths.
it's crazy. But then another one was the exploit that I told you about, which is about the drinks.
Oh
How
yeah.
we buy a case of 12 bottles, whether of the dilutable drinks, and pretty much that entire case costs the same as a glass of diluted drink, and it's crazy. Some of them like gross profit companies make on the simplest of shits.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, if you're going into a pub or a restaurant and you order that type of drink, you've got to realise that we are just going to charge ridiculous prices because we can.
Mm.
That's the other side of the coin of it. Like, I see it from the customer's perspective. I see it from our perspective. I don't know who's wrong and who's right, to be honest.
Because when I think about the grand scheme of things, sorry if you just said this, I don't know if you did, but um, like the company makes 65% profit, but if you think about all the staff on work that day, all the people who work higher up in the company, the managers, the executive managers, and all this shit, they're all getting paid on every meal that's sold and makes profit because they don't get income from somewhere else. Their income comes from everything sold. So like in a way, 65% isn't outrageous, but when you think of all the people, but like in a way, it is like if you saw it on paper and you knew about it as a customer, you would second guess it. But I don't know. I'm kind of okay with that now that I live in a supermarket because now you've said that number to me, it kind of opened my eyes, and I'm like, I work in a supermarket, and like you see a bit of something get damaged, or let's say a yogurt's open. Some people will be like, "Oh, you can save that yogurt. It's just been open. It's not been upside down. It's got a tiny tear in it." And we're like, "No, you just throw it away." And I'm like, I used to think like, well, why isn't that a wasted thing? And they're just like, the idea is like it doesn't matter. That's what the extra profits for, to throw away
Yeah, it gives you
shit we
that
don't have to deal with.
little like leeway,
Leeway. Mm.
breathing room for companies. And fair enough. I didn't really think about the everyone that needs to get paid on it.
Yeah. And
So yeah.
like you're buying, I even think about so much as the cleaning products that you use. You might even hire a cleaner. You definitely have to buy new cloths. You're buying cleaning spray. You're getting people to work when there isn't even customers in the shop. So that's more hourly pay. And like some people aren't even on hourly pay. They're on fucking salaries and all the other shit you got to keep up to scratch, and the only profit you bring in is drinks and food. In a way, you're kind of okay to get that much. So yeah,
Well, I on the assumption that my particular area, this is not including managers, we have a 320-hour limit for the week, which times that by I just put £6. I don't really know the average wage,
yeah,
but I put £6. It's probably a bit higher than that, I reckon. But that only came up to 1.9
thousand.
thousand. Yeah.
Wait, I've okay. And how much do you know how much you
We
bring in?
we roughly bring in around 3 to 4 grand a day
Okay,
profit.
profit. So that's about.
That's after
But do you
tax
think that's
pure profit.
included in your wages though? Because I don't know if you get, because you can't, you don't get paid your wages by the shop. You get paid your wages by the company.
Yeah.
You don't get paid out of the bar or anything. You get paid like over the credit card. You don't get paid, you know. So in a way, like that profit's probably not including the wages. So it's probably about 2K a day or something. It could be. I don't know.
So I don't really know the exact figures. I'm just saying that there has to be enough money we keep pumping into it for a place to like, for example, we'll use a bigger company like McDonald's, whatever. There's got to be enough money being pumped in to profit, even to pay everyone that's working for them, and to be able to be like, say, oh, we need to open another shop here,
Mm.
and still think logically or mathematically, oh, yeah, they're still making money. But this is getting into some serious business management talk right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mm. Because even if your shop doesn't make profit for whatever, you'd have to like make a massive fuck up. Yeah, the only way I think you couldn't make shop profit is if like half the building went on fire, but you'd still get paid your exact money. So
yeah,
that's what all these things are there for. That's the security of having being part of a big company. You get regular shit.
yeah, buddy. Everyone likes regular bowel movements.
Well, yeah, I did just say that. I can't deny. That is what I just said. Speaking of regular bowels, my brother's got regular bowels. And they going like 12 times a day. He's got a bit of a colon inflammatory, so I hope you get better soon, brother. I doubt you get this far, but if you do, just send me a wink on Skype or something.
On Twitter.
No, don't use. I've got 2 Twitters, by the way. Just you want to Google not Google. You want to Twitter Google. You want to go on Twitter and you want to search 420 Thugs XZX. That'll be my definitely my Twitter. If it's not that one, it'll be Bieber Believer Fever 1419. That'll be it.
Mine's 2K14 forever, and that's just for this year because I'll have to change it next year.
Whatever is actually part of the Twitter handle.
Yeah,
Whatever. 2K.
forever.
Whatever forever.
Because it's 2K14, even though it's just simply just by putting a fucking 0 there.
They let you have more characters because they loved you so much. They were like, let your Twitter handle have more than 12 letters. That was nice of them.
Yeah, mate. It's called sucking the Twitter D.
Sucking up to the boss, to the birds. Twitter birds, see what I did there?
Oh, I see what you did there, and I found it very beautiful.
Hey William, you ever, I know it's kind of a vague question, but have you ever in the past couple of years been into memes? Like, do you ever look at memes? Do you ever come across a meme? Do you ever go, oh, I like this meme? You can see it on Facebook or anywhere else, or someone send you a meme. Do you like memes?
Memes?
Yeah. Or memes or whatever you want. Memes.
Mims?
Well, I think they're pretty much known as memes, but if you want to be a cunt...
Meme.
Yeah.
Well, you know for damn sure that I like a good meme. Well,
You do, yeah.
I hope you do. Because, yeah, like I said, I do have a top with the Forever Alone meme. Cause
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
I'm
That's a good point.
Forever Alone. But, that's beside the point. Moving on.
Just play the world's smallest violin for you. Wait 1 second.
Gay,
Huh?
Yeah.
Gay!
There it is.
I was gonna wait till you start talking.
But, yeah, I think memes are really good. Like, I think they're very short, they're very snappy. Everyone really knows them, and if they don't know them, well, get on the internet.
That's a good point.
Stop having a life.
The best thing about memes is it's like a joke. They're always like, one-liners. I know that's hypocritical because there are 2 lines, most of them. 99% of them. But I mean, like, it's one picture, the joke is in one picture. And it's so quick to get you don't always get a laugh out of me, and sometimes you get yeah, that's quite true, actually.
Yeah, you either get a, oh, yeah, or a,
It's,
yeah.
it's kind of like, it does what people who do commentaries on YouTube, they do like a 7-minute video of like, talking about a topic. A meme could cover it in like a nutshell, and then post it on Reddit, you get a nice discussion going. Or you get a few people, making fun of it and stuff. It's really good. Memes are awesome. I hope they stay around.
I can't see them fading, that's for sure. But then again, no one really saw MySpace fading and a bit.
Well, that's a terrible comparison.
That is a terrible comparison.
MySpace is like a huge company, and memes like an internet fad. I guess not the worst comparison.
That could have been worse. It could have been like, well, it's like just like comparing memes to Twizzlers, and then Jamie Oliver came along.
Yeah. What's your favourite? I'd go as far as to say there's quite a few tiers of memes. Like, you see, like the most popular ones are like, I don't know, Socially Awkward Penguin, Success Kid, Bad Luck Brian, and then there's like less famous ones like the Gordon Ramsay one. It's quite famous, and Confession Bear's quite famous now. I'm trying to Futurama Fry. What else are there?
You've got the that kid that's like fucking zoned out being stoned or whatever in the party.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what that comes under.
it's Sudden Clarity something, isn't it?
See, I don't really know the names of them. I just kind of know them.
It might be Clarify Clarence or something. Oh fuck! What? Leave a comment.
Leave a comment if you know it. Yeah, you fucking better.
There's like popular. There's loads of weird ones now. There's like, there you go. I'm gonna fucking find them all now. So there's socially awkward penguin. Sorry.
Give it a quick Google.
Yeah, socially awkward, but they're socially awesome. Have you seen socially awesome? It's like red instead of blue.
I honestly don't know.
It's kind of like a twist on it. Half of it's they sometimes have them on the same wines, same meme. So like half is red, half is blue, and then it'll be like something good and then something bad. There's like good guy Greg, good boss. What's it? Good guy boss or something. There's that first word problems in there.
Yeah.
Uh, there's like a bad joke eel. Have you seen that one?
No.
There's a Family Guy one. You know what really grinds my gears? There's a cat one reading a newspaper. I should get a boat. You know. Bad luck, Brian. Oh, there's that hipster one. I can't remember what it's called, but most interesting man in the world. Scumbag Steve.
Oh, Scumbag Steamy.
What's the other one? The girls. Scumbag Stacy, or is it something else? Am I the only one around here? That's one. I can't remember. I don't know what it's called though.
You got stupidly over-attached girlfriend.
Oh yeah, OAP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some new ones though, because there's a few different tiers. There's a Hagrid one going around at the minute. I don't know. There's loads of ones containing birds, like popular opinion bird there's the this one I haven't seen in a while, but it's the first day on the internet, kid. There's the my grandpa. No, there's like the badass dad or something. Can't remember. I wish it told you what they were fucking called. I'm failing hard right now.
You got the yeah if you could just.
Oh, who? Say it again. Sorry.
It's called the yeah if you could just apparently.
Oh, I've never seen that one. I don't think.
Basically, it's just a guy with a coffee mug or something. I don't really know.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that. Yeah, if you could just do that, that'd be great. That's what he says, doesn't he?
One does not
At the
simply.
end. Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one in a
The
while.
most interesting man in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I've said that one. What about the 10 guy?
10?
I love the 10 guy. You seen him?
I can't say I have.
He's got like a cod eye. I can link here. This is this guy. You might recognise him. He looks so much like a guy I know in real life. Yeah, you got some good ones as well. Oh, that's Overly Manly Man, the guy with his fists up. Small fat. Yeah, you've seen him, man, yeah. There's a one from Django. You've seen Django, William?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have?
I have, yeah. I even
There's
own it on
one-
DVD now.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Well, there's a picture called, I don't know what it's called, but it's Leonardo DiCaprio. He's holding a drink, and you know there's a line in the film where it goes, "You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention."
Yeah.
It's that line. It's just him saying that, but then that's all it says on the meme, but it's people who link it say something else. So this is what someone said. They put, "The cute girl at the bar I'd been eyeing up loudly said vaginas." And then it says, "You had my curiosity, and I have my attention." That's good, I like that. There's South Park ones, but I don't really get them. I don't know. Maybe I'm not being given them a chance. I think my favourite, you had my curiosity. I don't remember asking you a god. Oh, there's the Star Trek one with Patrick Stewart. Why the fuck are you? Why the fuck?
Yeah.
And he's got his hand out, you know. Bad joke Keel's quite good. Hey, there's so many. There's a Morpheus one. What if I told you?
Yeah, I didn't realise there was as many as they fucking.
Oh, they used to have like oh, that was the best one. It was like a black parent and it was like a black person in a suit, and it'd be called like it called like fuck. I wish I knew what it was called, but the meme was about how it lined him up to look like an abusive parent, but then it would clean up like it'd say, "I'm gonna teach my kid how to beat kids," and then it'd say at the bottom it'd be like at test scores or something like that. That used to be well good though. Oh, that's the one. The annoying class teacher, that Asian girl next to the world map.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's a fucking that face. You can suck at. Yeah, future armor fry. For is it Gina one called Gina? Good girl Gina, nice girl Gina, something. Oh, there's the brain one. I can't remember what it's called. It's like paranoid brain or something. Man, there's so fucking many. I'm skipping over some that I've never seen before because there's probably a reason why I haven't. There's a small fact frog I'm seeing a lot now. Yeah. Oh, Scumbag Stacy, is that a name? I'll pretend it is. Someone's put a reply to his thing. You have my curiosity, but now you have my erection. Oh, there's a SpongeBob one. This was not very common, but it says, I'll have you know. You know, there's a line in SpongeBob where it goes, I'll have you know I stubbed my toe and I only cried for 20 minutes. That's a line in an episode of You don't like SpongeBob,
I really don't
bet
like
for that.
SpongeBob, so that can get fucked.
This guy, oh, here it is. It's called Successful Black Caller. Successful Black Father. He goes, I need a way to get my boy out of the joint. And then it says checking account he had with his ex-wife. I need a way to get my boy out of the joint checking account with his head. Oh, it's too damn high. Have you seen that one? It's like a black man with a thing. I don't know.
Pretty fly for a black guy. Dum 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 dum.
Dom. Oh, this Keanu Reeves one. A lot of these I've noticed, right? A lot of them deliver the same message and deliver in the same way. So you could actually choose which one you want to use, but just word it differently. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I could probably use like 3 different ones if you gave me a sentence. If you gave me one, I could probably move it around a bit. Just whichever one you feel like using that day, or however you imagined it in your mind. Oh, the Christian parent, that's one. Well, I don't see memes around that much though. I must say I've seen oh, there's a third world black kid.
Unfortunately, like I don't know if it's because I spend a little bit less time on the internet than I used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, unfortunately, I don't see them around as much as they used to be. I remember when you loaded up your Facebook and you got your feed, and I swear, even though like you didn't have the most internet people on there, you would always at least see something you liked or something. Always have at least one on a day.
Yeah.
Now it's like one every like 2-3 days.
I'll tell you what is picking up Vines.
Oh man, Vines. I never understood Vines though. Like I didn't see the effort of just loading up a video just for fucking 7 minutes. Like,
I'll say this right. The best thing about Vines are the content. It's not the fact that they're 7 seconds long, which I don't mind. You can get through a lot, but like they're always they are quite good. Some of them, like
some of them are good. Some of them are just pure freaking. Well, that wasn't needed. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a hater of the Vines. I didn't see why we needed it.
Do you know what I found on Facebook, right? Do you know what? I know a good way to get likes. And just call me out if I'm wrong, but this is simple way I think you can get likes. If you're gonna post an update or you're gonna post something, just post a picture. You add a picture to your status, you get so much more attention. When you're scrolling down, you're always seeing pictures,
I'll
and
be
also,
honest. That is a very good point.
I
I'll be honest. I skip a lot of like non-picture related
I wouldn't
like
say I skip
statuses.
it, but I think you appreciate it when someone puts a picture up on Facebook. You're like, you feel like they've gone through a bit of effort, or like, I don't know, you feel like you're obliged.
I wouldn't say that. I would just say like,
I don't
oh, there's
know.
a picture there that caught my eye a little bit more than a bunch of text I probably read about 1,000 times.
Right, go down, log on to Facebook right now, right?
Logging into Facebook.
Right, yeah? And go, right, count the first 10 posts you see and count how many have a piece of media attached. And that'll be, counts as photo or video. The first 10, how many out of 10? I'm going to count mine.
Wait. How many? Oh, wait. Did they have to be posts or they kind of be like shared or whatever?
We'll say they have to be posts.
Right. I gotta count how many have pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. So mine, right, mine was 7 out of 10, but two of the non-posters were from the same person. I know you know what that is, William. It's probably the same for you.
Surprisingly, I don't see that.
Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, you don't see the same
But
things on your wall all the time or whatever.
I may have stopped him from fucking appearing on it.
Yeah. So, 7 out of 10, and that's two of them were the same person who weren't on. So that if that person only put one thing or put something, it would have been like 8. But yeah, still a lot. I'd say that's an uncommon thing. I just keep scrolling down. The next one is picture, video, picture, non-picture, picture,
See,
picture, non-picture. I'd say 70% of things have media on them now.
mine's the opposite. Not including like things I've liked that I've put up pictures as well, but of pure people posting like statuses or whatever. Mine's like 8 to 2. 8 not having pictures or media.
Yeah.
Like the people on my list are probably just freaking lazy. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that's a good way to get a few likes. You don't need likes for anything, but you're not gonna not want likes. I don't get. Maybe why would you bother putting something on Facebook if you don't want likes? But at the same time, you don't need likes. So I don't know how
Like
to look at that.
I would appreciate if a person did like it, just because well,
It's kind of like a way of saying hello, or like saying
it's kind
still,
of
I'm still
to
a
be
friend
judged
with
because it's
you.
Instagram, but it's kind of just polite. It's like when someone asks you how you are, you're not gonna be like I'm fine. You're always like I'm fine. How are you? I like it just like oh I saw your post, I got it. It was good. Ting.
Yeah, like me and William have a friend who can sometimes say like, "Oh yeah, I saw that behind your back," and they don't even. I know. I'm not saying you're not a real friend. You don't like my shit. I hate to come across like that.
But
Likes mean almost
the,
nothing to
the
me.
thing that pisses me off about this more than anything is the fact that if a person sees it, and I know, like you said, likes don't mean nothing, but is willing to mention it to you in real life, but didn't go out of his way to click like on it.
And I know, yeah, I'm being careful
I'd prefer
because,
you to click like than you to tell me about something I know you just saw.
but I want to be careful because I don't want to think like, mate, you don't even like me if you don't like my shit. I just like you, like we should share some love, you know. Maybe with your distant friends, like some friends you don't like everything. But your close mate, say if your close mate has got a really important update or something cool happening in his life, and you see it, you gotta post a comment and stay connected with him. And
Yeah,
like,
say for example, like you and this person, you've been friends for a while, but again, you're okay. You've lost communication as you used to because, like, I don't know, you've got busy in your lives, and it happens. But say, for example, oh, he appears on my feed. Oh, he's just got a new job. I'm gonna drop congrats. I'm gonna drop a like on that shit just because I feel good for the guy. He deserves this. Or that's my friend. Good for him.
yeah, like don't be
I'm not gonna just be like, eh.
because I figure out like I kind of used to have a slight mentality like that, but now you figure out it bites you in the ass when you want favors done for you, and like um, it's that's not the only incentive, by the way, because you want favors back. You do it because it's a social thing, and it's so good to be social rather than not these days. I'm trying, but I don't always enjoy it because it is like a popularity contest, which I've never won any of them type of things in my life.
We ain't the coolest looking fish in the sea.
Yeah, but it's so like it's so little effort to give someone a good feel inside.
I
But
feel it in my fingers.
that's not. I'm not about to go on Facebook and don't and like every single thing that's posted
Yeah,
because
don't over like, but don't under like.
let's
Don't.
say it's like this, right, William? I don't know if you tell me if this analogy is good, right? This is what I'm doing right now, right? I'm not following the football season. Do you know why? Because Man United are doing shit. Should you go to your team's match while they're playing shit? Because it's like you're promoting bad behavior. Like you're paying them to be shit. Maybe you're paying them to improve. But if they're letting you down, like I know they haven't let us down so much. It's only like the first quarter of the season, and I'm being a bit harsh and
It's
whatever.
about halfway through now, mate.
Is it? That's how much I follow it. But I know we're getting railed royally in the arse, Man United are, and I don't want to go and watch them if they're doing bad. I would. Maybe it's because I'm a casual observer and not an actual fan. But why would I like pointless Facebook statuses that are digging for likes? I like it when someone's, like, done something admirable. Like, let's say someone's gone out and um, done something creative, or like they've been on a holiday, which is always a great event. Something. There's loads of things to give likes for, but I don't really like. You don't. It sounds like being a bit anal about clicking a button, like we're doing it. I'm just saying, like, I guess I'm just saying why I click like. And we said this earlier, like is so important in people's lives today. A like on Facebook tells you who you're friends with, like who you can trust, who will back you up, no matter how bad they look. Let's say you make a shit Facebook post, you still got people liking it. They got you back, and I don't know, like means so much. It's kind of like a whole psychological thing behind it. You want to say a few words, William? I'm ranting. I'm kind of making myself sound like a dosh.
I just feel like I've personally never been a huge poster of
Mm.
things. I've never really got the whole. Me social networking. It's not really a connection that I freaking built, but some people that like could make their day. That like could, well, like that could make their week even. And but if you're gonna freaking go ahead and like people going like, oh, awkward moment when my dad tried to turn the TV on using his mobile. It's like you're gonna like. It's like going around saying to every single person you meet, "I love them." It's just like you're a little bit of a whore. Guys
Yeah.
and girls, not even being freaking sexist. Guys do it, girls do it. We all fucking do it.
What you just said there, right? That scenario. That is quite funny if I came across it in real life.
So
'Cause
I'd
that
laugh if I saw it, but I'm not gonna
I'd go,
laugh
yeah,
if you've just
yeah.
posted it. It's like that's kind of one of those you needed to be there moments.
Yeah, I would never go in that scenario. I'd never go, the world needs to know about this.
Or I don't want to hear you go, "Oh, finally going to bed, 7 a.m. Just got back from the lash." It's just like I don't care. You went out drinking. That's your shit. I don't give a shit.
It's the famous question you get all the time now is, if you went to the gym but you don't post on Facebook that you're going or you've been, did you really go to the gym? No, you fucking didn't, because you didn't tell people. You didn't let people know how epic you are. You didn't let people know how great your life is, the
Like
highlights of your life.
I support, you know, a status or whatever if it's freaking worthy of mentioning, but I wouldn't go out my way and just write this or write that or write this. Like I can't remember the last time I personally posted something.
Yeah,
Like
it's good when people are
myself.
witty. It's good when people are like funny and like I don't know, they got a good joke or something. But when it's like, I don't know, this is what I'm doing tonight. I
Like
just wanted to let the world
other than
know.
replying to people, I've just gone back and checked. Last time I wrote something on my wall was the 20th of April last year,
What did it say?
and it was something quick, something, and I'll admit now probably shouldn't even put it, but I was friends with a guy called Kenneth, and basically he was chatting this girl up, showing her, "Oh yeah, I know how to cook. This is medium rare, and this is rare, and this is well done." Going through this, and I said to him, and I said to many people that night, I'm like, "I'm Kenny, and I can cook steak," and that's what I basically put that onto Facebook, and it did get 3 likes, but now that I see it back, I'm like, that was more of a
Spur of the moment
you
thing.
needed to be there moment. It was spur of a moment. I was like, that was pretty funny. I'm gonna whack down Facebook, but
Do you
I,
know what though? Um, I don't blame people for doing it every now and again, because I bet you were like you were on like a high, you know, you just been hanging out with your friends or whatever, and you're just like all excited, and you think your friends are gonna see this and they're gonna be like, yeah, it was a good day today, like reflecting on the day, and but when people do it every day, or it's like they live in
it's even worse when it's not just every day they're doing it. They're doing it like every 2 fucking hours of that day. That
yeah.
that's when it's like you need to put your mobile phone, your tablet, your laptop, your computer, whatever you use to connect to Facebook, and put it down for a bit.
Yeah.
You're a bit addicted if you need to compensate so much and put everything you do and say online.
My reasoning isn't for, we've ranted on this for a while now, but my reasoning isn't because you need to get off the computer, because the people who spend so much time on Facebook, I spend as much time as them just doing different shit on the internet. But the problem is, you're just like boring so many people who are so kind not to say it to you.
Yeah,
Maybe, I don't
you're
know.
irritating people you've added for the sake of just adding people, and that alone is just, in my opinion, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's like it's like me posting, it's like me adding freaking Barry from down the road because we live on the same street. We don't speak, but we live on the same street. And then there's me posting every freaking half an hour. He's a nice guy, but he ain't gonna say to me, "Dude, like too many statuses, mate." I was like, "Chill your beans." But
Yeah.
it's just that's unfortunately that's what it is these days. It's all about the
Yeah,
Facebook
I
and the
think
Twitter and
I do want to say maybe we're a tiny bit harsh, but maybe it's just our preferences. We don't want to like force our views on other people, but me and William share kind of the same views on like, I don't want to I don't want to say like, why would you do this? Because the argument is, we'll just remove them people. But then like, it's not that I particularly hate them people.
Yeah,
It's kind of I hate their choices.
that's what people say. It's like, if you don't like my statuses, just remove me. It's just like, but what if every like say 1 in 10 of those statuses is a good status? I've lost that because you've told me to remove you because of the other 9. So you kind of on the fence with it. Like, I've got my views on it. I can tolerate the people that do it. I just wish that people, like I said, I know it sounds bad, but I wish they had a similar view. But then again, if we didn't have our own opinions and views on shit, well, we
It would
wouldn't
all
be
be the
human.
same. Yeah. I think this is what happens when the general population, like the average person, gets hold of something. Happens with like, I'm trying to think of a good example, but the fact that so many people, it's a mainstream thing now, you know.
Yeah.
Like you can, I can't think of a good example for the life of me. I'm cycling through so much shit, but nothing's a good example. But when things get taken over, like the more and more people get involved, the wider the appeal has to be. But I guess this isn't the same thing because we're talking about people releasing information. Like, it's not about like what it used to be about is you post something to Facebook, you're like the whole world has a potential of seeing this. What I'm about to post right now, boom, I've just posted something to the World Wide Web. This is amazing. But now it's like I'm just gonna give the same people who look at my shit every day a tiny update, or I'm just gonna surprise them with a useless bit of information. You know, like I'd say in a way we're not the best people to judge though, William, because we don't post ourselves very much. We don't. I don't even like people. I don't even look at links people share. You
Yeah.
know, I look at the occasional one.
I'll assume that me and Will are pretty much in the same boat, where we come online, we go to the same several websites, and then we just check what's been mentioned, and then that's it for the next freaking hour or two, and then we'll get bored again of whatever we're doing, and we'll go through the same websites just to check it again. So yeah, like Will said, we probably are the worst people to discuss this, but you gotta like say from like an outside perspective, I guess. Then it's like,
Yeah.
that's coming from someone who just now and again browses it. It's like reading the news. I ain't gonna click on every article because not everything appeals to me. But the ones that do, well, I'm gonna click on that shit.
Mm.
Again, comparing the news to Facebook, that's really different. But tomato.
Yeah. I think this has been a good show today. It's been a good podcast.
Definitely travelled through various topics from.
Been emotional. It's been a. By the way, quick note. Leonardo DiCaprio, he won a Golden Globe for his Wolf of Willie Street. So
And
me and William were gonna go watch that today, but wasn't on till late.
it wasn't out. So but it is out. What did we say? Friday.
Friday.
So we're gonna watch it Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll watch it next Tuesday. We could talk about that on the next podcast.
Reviews
What?
for movies. Check
Here
it
we
out.
go, William. Let's make ourselves a date, right? Anyone's got to the end. The next podcast will be next Tuesday, and we're gonna stick to that.
Yeah.
There'll probably be some videos in between then, anyway, won't there, William?
Well,
Well, this might go up. Do you reckon this will go up tomorrow?
this
which
will
is
probably go up. Yeah,
Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
This will go up Tuesday, and then it will become next Tuesday. So it'll be a week
So
today.
it'll be a week, and like I said, like Will said, I'm hoping to shove out some other content.
Yeah, we've got some other
We
content on the way.
We've got a fair few hours of footage. It's just taking a while to edit.
Make sure you check out the Monster Energy
Yeah,
experiment.
Monster experimenting.
If you've already seen it, watch it again. Yeah.
If you haven't liked it, then you gotta fucking like it, because like we just ranted for about half an hour on likes. We
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Leave a comment. That'd be even more beautiful, you know.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So Yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday. I feel like I'm speaking into the future right now.
I feel
Right,
like I'm speaking.
a
Yeah,
week a week today, but I'm saying this on Monday, but you're listening to this on Tuesday. This is the internet. Well, actually, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so technically it is Tuesday.
yeah, but it depends on where they are watching it. Because technically speaking,
Well, I think we have a big audience in Zimbabwe, so yeah, it probably
yeah,
feels.
Zimbabwe.
Hey, a big shout out to Zimbabwe. Why I sound like a fucking
Wow,
Jamaican?
you
I do
fucking
not know.
racist. Do you get me?
Why is the end part of the show like the best part, and it's got all the plugs in it and all the all the juicy information about the next show.
Because it keeps
And it's
them
the end of the
watching to
show.
see if they're fucking dedicated.
And when I watch a podcast, I get like through 75% of it.
I don't even watch them.
But maybe we'll have some. If you're a diehard fan, right, you gotta leave this in the comment. You gotta leave these numbers in this order: 1, 3, 3, 8. No, not really, not really. 1, 3, 3, 7.
To clarify that, that's Lee.
Lastly, that is. Thanks for
Just like
watching.
all you tasty bastards.
Thanks for watching. Don't put too much milk in your tea, okay?
Too much milk you say ruins it. Okay,
Or
thanks,
coffee.
bye.
Goodbye.